Yeah, it's interesting. If it's looking straight on like your model there, your model matches to it pretty good.
Actually overlays perfectly on Apple Island. This is a star map.
It's just all weird. And with this helmet on, those weird eyes.
The U.S. Navy just admitted it tracked an unidentified craft that was colder than the air around it. On a remote island, explorers are uncovering a vast network of tunnels that defy explanation. These aren't scenes from a movie. This is the reality for treasure hunters Rick and Marty Lagina and astrophysicist Travis Taylor. They have uncovered evidence that suggests a powerful non-human intelligence has been interacting with our planet for thousands of years. We will show you the star map found on Oak Island, reveal the secrets of the real-life giants of Sardinia, and explore the terrifying possibility that ancient curses were actually a form of forgotten alien technology, where treasure and aliens collide. For over 200 years, Oak Island, a windswept patch of land off the coast of Nova Scotia, has been a magnet for dreamers, engineers, and adventurers. It promises a treasure beyond measure, but it has only delivered mystery and hardship. You see, the island is home to the legendary Money Pit, a booby-trapped shaft of unknown depth and origin, believed to hold everything from pirate gold to the Holy Grail. Brothers Rick and Marty Lagina have poured millions of dollars and years of their lives into this stubborn piece of earth, driven by a childhood dream. But not all things are what they seem. The things they've started to find are pointing away from pirates and towards something far more unconventional.
Catching on something. I wonder if it's wood or rock.
The thing nobody tells you about the Oak Island mystery is how technologically advanced the original construction appears to be. We're talking about intricate flood tunnels, designed to use the power of the ocean as a permanent defense mechanism, built centuries before modern engineering could have easily accomplished such a feat. It's a puzzle that has stumped experts for generations. But now, a new mind has entered the fray: Dr. Travis Taylor. Taylor is not your typical historian. He's an astrophysicist, an aerospace engineer, and a man who has worked on top-secret programs for the Department of Defense and NASA. He's also a leading proponent of the ancient astronaut theory, the idea that aliens have visited and influenced humanity for millennia. When Taylor joined the Laginas, the investigation took a sharp turn into the unknown. He wasn't just looking at the how of the Money Pit, but the who. And his answer wasn't human. One of the most mind-bending discoveries has been the potential of a celestial map hidden right under their feet. The team found a series of boulders and markers which, when analyzed by Taylor, seemed to align perfectly with the constellation of Taurus. This wasn't just a random pattern. To Taylor and others, this suggests the island's secrets were laid out by people with an advanced knowledge of astronomy, a knowledge often attributed to the Knights Templar, who some believe possessed sacred knowledge and treasures from the Holy Land. The theory is that these Templars, fleeing persecution in Europe, used this star map to mark the location of their greatest treasure on this remote North American island. It's a tantalizing idea that turns a treasure hunt into a quest for one of history's most powerful and secretive organizations. But the plot thickens.
I think we've opened up a wooden Pandora's box here. I mean, look at all these timbers.
Recent discoveries in the murky water deep below the island have included wood samples dating back to 680 AD and a Roman javelin point, artifacts that completely shatter the official timeline of North American exploration. Even more astonishing are the traces of gold and other precious metals found in the water, confirming that something of immense value is, or was, buried there. Water analysis has shown concentrations of gold that are hundreds of times higher than natural levels. We are talking about evidence so compelling it keeps one of the most expensive treasure hunts in history moving forward year after year. The Laginas and Taylor are no longer just digging for treasure, they are excavating a secret history, one that suggests an ancient global connection that mainstream history refuses to acknowledge. And as they pull more impossible artifacts from the Earth, they are forced to look towards a new, even more shocking location tied to this global mystery: Sardinia's Stone Army. As the mysteries of Oak Island deepen, a parallel investigation takes Marty Lagina and ancient astronaut theorist Giorgio Tsoukalos across the Atlantic to the Italian island of Sardinia. Many people are crazy about ancient ruins, but Sardinia holds something truly unique: the remnants of the Nuragic civilization, a culture that left behind thousands of strange stone towers and a secret that could rewrite the story of humanity in Europe. Here they confront a mystery frozen in stone: the giants of Monte Prama. Discovered by a farmer in 1974, these are an army of sandstone statues standing over 6.5 feet tall. They depict warriors, archers, and boxers with an eerie, almost robotic appearance. Their faces are unnervingly geometric, with large concentric circles for eyes, giving them a distinctly non-human look. These are not just statues, they are a profound anomaly. Carved over 2,500 years ago, their style is unlike anything else from that period. The level of craftsmanship and their sheer size have led researchers to question who or what they were meant to represent. Could these be depictions of an ancient ruling class? Or, as ancient astronaut theorists propose, are they a memorial to the powerful technologically advanced gods who once visited the island? The concentric circle eyes are a recurring theme in ancient art depicting sky beings, a detail that Taylor and Tsoukalos find incredibly significant. These aren't just art, they could be eyewitness accounts carved in stone of beings that did not originate on Earth. The find was so significant that it took experts over 30 years just to piece the thousands of fragments back together, revealing an army of at least 25 stone giants that once stood guard over a sacred burial site. But the strangest site in Sardinia is the sacred well of Santa Cristina. This is a masterpiece of ancient architecture, a water temple built with perfectly cut basalt blocks, assembled with the precision of a modern laser.
You want to go down there?
Yes, of course, we have to.
The structure is designed to be an astronomical observatory of unbelievable accuracy. Every 18.6 years, during a major lunar standstill, the point where the moon reaches its highest position in the sky, the moonlight shines directly down the well's opening, perfectly illuminating the sacred water at the bottom. This feat of archaeoastronomy would be a challenge for builders today, let alone for a civilization that supposedly had no written language or advanced mathematics. How did they acquire this knowledge? Travis Taylor suggests this wasn't just for ceremony, it could have been a power source or a communication device, a technology left behind by visitors who understood the precise mechanics of our solar system. The well functions as a celestial clock of almost impossible precision. This Sardinian connection adds another layer to the global puzzle. The theories once explored separately by the Laginas and the Ancient Aliens team are now converging. They see a pattern: ancient cultures separated by vast oceans and thousands of years, building impossibly precise structures aligned with the stars. It brings to mind the controversial work of author Zecharia Sitchin, who translated Sumerian tablets and told the story of the Anunnaki, extraterrestrial gods who came to Earth thousands of years ago to mine for gold. According to Sitchin, the Anunnaki genetically engineered early humans to serve as a slave workforce. While mainstream science dismisses this, the question hangs in the air. Could the giants of Sardinia and the advanced engineering of the sacred well be the distant echoes of these ancient miners? The idea of ancient technology is one thing, but what happens when that technology is still active today, being tracked by our own military? Curses, UFOs, and alien tech. The legend of Oak Island has always been shadowed by a dark prophecy. 7 people must pass away in the search for the treasure before it can be found. To date, 6 have perished. This curse has long been seen as a spooky piece of folklore. But in the world of Travis Taylor and the ancient astronaut theorists, a curse is never just a story. They propose a shocking alternative. What if the curse is not supernatural but technological? They point to ancient Egypt, where the tombs of pharaohs were said to be protected by deadly curses that afflicted those who dared to enter. Ancient astronaut theorists reinterpret this as Heka, a supposed form of forgotten technology. Perhaps a type of radiation, biological agent, or an advanced energy field used to guard sacred sites. Could the Oak Island curse be a form of this ancient alien security system, still active after all these centuries? It sounds like science fiction, but this is where the investigation takes its most dramatic leap.
Mike, Travis, and Sam are convinced that the footage is genuine.
The team looks at the declassified videos released by the Pentagon, footage that has changed the conversation about UFOs or UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena as they are now called. One of the most compelling is the gimbal video. It shows a craft, tracked by a Navy fighter jet's advanced infrared camera, rotating in midair in a way that defies our understanding of aerodynamics and propulsion. But the truly wow factor detail, the one that makes physicists like Travis Taylor stop in their tracks, is its temperature signature. Analysis of the footage reveals a cold spot, an aura of energy around the vehicle that is significantly colder than the surrounding atmosphere. This is a monumental clue. You see, every known propulsion system, from a jet engine to a rocket, generates a massive amount of heat. A craft that is colder than its environment suggests a propulsion system that operates on principles of physics we have yet to discover, perhaps something that manipulates space-time itself. For Taylor, this is a smoking gun. This isn't just a strange object, it's a piece of technology so advanced it might as well be magic. He theorizes that the energy field propelling this craft could be the very same type of technology used to create the protective curses of ancient times. It's a technology that could interact with the physical world and even the human body in ways we can't begin to comprehend. This incredible connection turns the quest on its head. The Laginas are not just dealing with old booby traps, they could be facing a dormant but potentially still dangerous piece of alien technology. This convergence of ancient legends and modern military sightings is the core of this new unified investigation. The team is now operating on the theory that the intelligence that built the money pit, mapped the stars over Oak Island, and was memorialized by the giants of Sardinia is the same intelligence flying these physics-defying craft in our skies today. The mystery is no longer buried in the past, it's active, it's in our present, and it's being taken very seriously at the highest levels of government. So with all this mind-bending evidence on the table, what does it all mean for us? For the average person wondering if we are alone in the universe? The down-to-earth answer. So where does this all leave us? We have a cursed island that defies engineering, an army of stone giants with alien eyes, a sacred well that tracks the moon with impossible precision, and UFO footage that stumps the Pentagon. It's easy to get lost in the speculation. The thing is, for people like Rick and Marty Lagina, this quest didn't start with aliens. It started with a family dream, a love of history and the thrill of a good mystery. They are practical men, a retired postal worker and a successful energy entrepreneur who have grounded this fantastical search in real-world grit and determination. They bring a healthy dose of skepticism that makes their journey so relatable. Are we missing a key detail in all of this? Is there a simpler explanation? Mainstream archaeology would argue yes. They would say the giants of Sardinia are just stylized art. The Sacred Well is a remarkable but human achievement, and the Oak Island Money Pit is a natural sinkhole embellished by centuries of folklore. They would dismiss the star map as coincidence and the curse as a tragic but understandable result of dangerous, unregulated digging in the early days. To them, connecting all these dots is pseudoscience, a fun story but not real history. They argue there's no concrete proof, no alien body or spaceship part to make that final, definitive link. But the Laginas, Taylor, and their team would argue that history is a living document, constantly being revised by new discoveries. 200 years ago, the idea of Vikings reaching North America was considered a myth. Now, it's accepted fact. Is it so crazy to think our current understanding of the past is incomplete? The evidence they've gathered, from Roman artifacts on Oak Island to the strange metallurgy of objects pulled from the pit, doesn't fit neatly into the conventional story. It demands a new explanation. Did all this happen overnight? Of course not. This is a puzzle assembled piece by tiny piece over years of painstaking work. If this is true, if there's even a chance that a non-human intelligence has been part of our history all along, what does that mean? It means that we are not the sole masters of this planet. It means the incredible leaps in human civilization, from agriculture to astronomy, might not have been entirely our own. It means the gods that our ancestors worshipped might not have been myths, but beings of flesh and blood, armed with technology we still cannot replicate. This is the profound, earth-shattering possibility that drives these men. What do you think is buried on Oak Island? Is it treasure, or is it a truth we're not ready for? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into the unknown. Could humanity itself be the real lost treasure?